10-speed and brown shoe won't be seen tonight, so we can bring you a very special episode of The Gen X Files. Welcome to The Gen X Files. I'm Jim.
I'm Adam.
And today's show is all about
The Garbage Pail Kids Movie. We can do anything by working with each other. We can do anything by working with each other.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God, I hated that so much.
Well, apparently the world did. Because this film
I'm not alone in that.
I got to tell you something. So weird, okay? So, look, I will be honest. Like, this movie wasn't as horrible as I thought it was going to be.
I am shockingly enough. I was more bored by it than I was annoyed by it.
But here's the thing, man. After the movie, like a couple hours after,
Yeah.
I was doing a little meditating, and all of a sudden, I just started feeling super skeevy.
Yeah.
And weird and unsettled. And it was the movie. I have never had a reaction.
It's the magic of the movie, man.
It is the nightmare fuel that is the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
They're just gross and unsettling and unfinished and weird.
It's that weird kind of, that like unfinished feeling that it's like, I don't really know what I'm watching.
No, because their mouths don't move very well. The poor little people in the costumes are stumbling around because they can't breathe or see.
Yeah.
And I just felt so sorry for them. Everything about the actual Garbage Pail Kids in this movie everything is wrong.
Yeah. By the way, welcome to June Doom 5.
Yes.
This is our fifth in our series of June Doom movies. Instead of doing disaster movies, we're doing literal disaster movies.
It has evolved to us doing like Meteor.
Awful 80s. First up here is the Garbage Pail Kids movie, which even just the title is a mouthful that is stupid and hard to say.
Yes. Then we got...
we can do anything by working with each other. Who says that?
I do a lot. Only because of this movie. Ooh, I kicked the cat.
I literally can't. It's hard to remember the words because it's not how people talk.
This month we also have Mac and Me coming up.
Mac and Me coming up, and then finish out the month with The Wizard.
It's Wizard Annie.
Which is going to be friggin'
a magnum
Citizen
opus.
Kane compared to everything else.
It will be... Lawrence of Arabia.
I literally, after we watched this movie, I started working on the Mac and Me script, and I will say this right now, I am so looking forward to watching that movie.
Oh, we got to get Paul Rudd on the show to talk about it.
Yeah.
Also, Happy Pride Month.
Yeah, Awful Ladies has nothing to do with Pride Month.
No.
It's just, go watch some good LGBT movies, because anything's better than this garbage.
Yes. Well, look, man, so... I don't think I had ever seen this movie.
No, I definitely had never seen this movie.
I'm not alone, apparently.
Yeah, no. Almost no one saw this movie.
I never had the Garbage Pail Kids trading cards because I was like 15 when they came out.
Yeah.
But I did have those wacky cards that the guy made.
Yeah. The what were those called? Wacky packages.
The wacky package, because they were out in the late 70s.
Yeah, they went out. They were out for a while.
But I think they had like Garbage Pail Kids stickers. I know you're going to get into it, but so I never had. I was aware of the Garbage Pail Kids because all they were was a gross ripoff of the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Nobody ever points that out.
This was much more my era, so to speak, or my version of Gen X, because I was just the right age when these came out.
Yeah.
And I hated the Cabbage Patch Kids. That whole thing with like people punching each other trying to get these stupid dolls.
They were adopted, Adam.
Even at like 7, I was like, what the hell is your problem? Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Well, Beanie Babies, any of it. It's like, what? How does that happen?
So when this came out, I was like, this is exactly what we need, because Cabbage Patch Kids were dumb.
Right.
And on top of that, the very first card I ever saw was Atom Bomb, with his literally head exploding in a nuclear explosion, nuclear cloud, and I was like, this is perfect, because it was spelling of my name, and I was like, okay.
Well, the cards are funny because they don't speak and they don't move. No, and they're not in a horrible movie.
They're a nice one-off joke.
Poor Anthony Newley, man.
Yeah, I know.
And look, Anthony Newley does his best.
He does
his absolute best.
He literally seems like he's in a different movie, because he's the only one that's just kind of like, all right.
He's charming. He's engaging. The scenes with him and I was going to say Sean Astin.
No, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie Astin.
Mac, as we call him.
Yeah, because
Mackenzie.
Sounds like a girl's name.
I will say, though, he was a little too obsessed with getting Mackenzie clean.
Let's get you all cleaned up. Let's get you in that back. I don't have any dirt on me. I said, no. Just get the clothes off of you and get you all in the bath cleaned up. The worst was when he was in the bathtub, and not only was Newley there, peeking and scrubbing his back.
Literally all standing around staring at him.
Watching him bathe.
Laughing about it. And then he was like, got up and he didn't show his wiener, but he certainly showed his ass to a couple of them.
Well, but
why did this movie have any children bathing at all? Let alone twice.
First of all, he's like 14. And being bathed by another man is, look, hey man, if you're of age and consent, whatever. But you don't bathe.
No.
Tweens.
No. It was weird. It was a weird conceit,
But that's the thing with the movie. Like, everything was weird.
Yeah.
The bad guys were like 40 years old chasing around a little kid.
Oh my God, that first scene, chasing him, they were twice his size. I was like, there's no way that they're like in high school together or something.
I kept calling him Timo Scott Valentine.
Yeah.
Which, that's a deep cut to begin with, because that was the boyfriend.
I don't even know. Who is Scott Valentine?
He was the boyfriend, Mallory's boyfriend.
Oh.
On
Family
Ties.
Oh.
It goes through the dome.
God, I don't know. Do not remember him at all.
Well, if you mushed his face up weird and made him Uncanny Valley, then that's juice.
He's juice.
He's juice. But
oh, juice.
There was no explanation to why these 40-year-old punks were obsessed with this boy.
Yeah. Like it was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. They did obsession. The weirdest was that scene where like Juice is standing there all stock still.
Yeah.
And they like go the goons like come out and grab him or something.
Yeah.
And he's staring at the quote unquote girlfriend, and he literally for that whole scene doesn't move.
No.
And it is so like, what is going on?
No. And then like, okay, you're so obsessed with this child that they take him down into the sewer, handcuff him.
Yeah.
Handcuff him to a pipe.
He looked like they killed him. He was so prone, just there.
And then poured poop all over him.
And then covered him in poop.
Covered him in poop, which was great for Anthony Newley because, let's get you in the bath.
Yeah.
Let's get you all cleaned up. Maybe, here's my theory. My theory is that Anthony Newley is paying these punks to mess with Mackenzie so he can bathe him.
I need to find more reasons to bathe him.
All right, okay, Juice, cover him in poop today. That would be delightful. Here's your money.
Yeah.
And also, they built up the Garbage Pail Kids as like, oh, don't open Pandora's box. This will ruin the world. The entire world will be ruined if you let them out. And it's like they didn't do anything.
Well, that's okay. It opens up with it being a spaceship, right?
Yeah.
And it goes to the Earth.
Yeah.
But then it just cuts to being inside his antique shop, and obviously Anthony Newley, or Captain Courageous, where the hell his name was, knew they were there the whole time. Like, how long had they been there?
But also, they never showed the pale land. The pail was big. It had rockets. It wasn't the same.
It just suddenly was there.
So they're aliens, these children?
I guess.
These children are aliens. And I love how we're dissecting the reality of the Garbage Pail Kids.
I'm starting to actually hate this movie now.
Yeah. Well, you're not alone. Well, look, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. Otherwise, we could do this forever.
Forever.
All right, take yourself back to 1987.
Ooh, the year I graduated high school.
Ooh, I'm surprised this wasn't your favorite movie of the year.
Well, spoiler alert, it was. I'm just ashamed.
August 9th, Julian Knight, 19, goes on a shooting rampage in the Melbourne suburb of Clifton Hill, Victoria, killing 7 people and injuring 19 before surrendering to police.
Crikey.
I went on a long, well, it wasn't this one. It was actually another one that they think was, it happened like 10 days later in England. But I went on a long rabbit hole with this stuff.
Was this one the impetus? Because I know...
I don't think so.
Wasn't the impetus for them regulating guns?
Well, actually, no, I take that back. I think it was. I think it eventually was. But I think there was something else that was bigger.
Yeah, but here's what's crazy. These countries are like, okay, mass shooting, let's get rid of guns.
Yeah,
and
we're
like,
did it.
Well, we need more guns.
Well, how? You can't do that.
How?
Yeah, I know,
we need guns on top of guns on top of guns.
I mean, because God knows we can't do anything else in the world that they've done that proved that it worked.
Yeah,
I
like
mean, we can't do
healthcare
that.
and
no.
Beep bop boop.
Yeah, it was bad. It was very bad.
Awful.
August 17th, Rudolf Hess is found dead in his cell in Spandau prison. Hess, at the age of 93, is believed to have committed suicide by hanging himself with an electrical flex. He was the last remaining prisoner at the complex, which was demolished shortly after.
Yeah, man. Except for all the Nazis escaped to Argentina.
Yeah.
I watched...
And Brazil. Don't forget
Oh,
Brazil.
Brazil, yes, of course. How could I forget?
August 19th, 16 people die in an apparently motiveless mass shooting in the United Kingdom carried out by Michael Ryan. This is the one that I went down the rabbit hole on. The Firearms Amendment Act in 1988 was passed in the wake of the massacre, banning unlicensed ownership of semi-automatic center-fire rifles and restricted the use of shotguns with a capacity of more than 3 cartridges.
Way to go, dudes. I see... so the pattern here for the... You take yourself back, is that all of these people were saved the horrible
yes.
experience of watching the Garbage Pail Kids.
None of them had to watch the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
So that is the light at the end of the tunnel.
That's actually why Rudolph Hess killed himself.
There was a screening.
He saw an early screening. They were like, this is going to be torture, and he literally killed himself.
See, I heard they were about to show him the movie, and he's like, I'm out.
No. It was, no.
That's worse than Hitler!
The one on August 19th of the in the United Kingdom, man, it is messed up.
Really?
How bad it went.
Ugh.
Yeah. He just literally just like snapped and just walked around neighborhoods and shot people.
Good
and
Lord.
It was over like a 4-block area. Just people had no idea. People would get out of their cars to go help somebody and he'd just shoot them.
Wow.
Like it was so messed up.
Well, that's crazy. I mean, it's crazy to think, yes, other countries, and this is always the thing, other countries have mass shootings, but yeah, other countries had horrible mass shootings and they did something about it,
Yeah.
and they don't have mass shootings.
No. Now they don't anymore.
It's all knife attacks.
Sure.
Yeah, because like you can kill 300 people with a knife.
Oh, yeah. I got windmill arms, Jim.
Yeah, if the Vegas shooter had like 1,000 throwing knives out the window, it would have been the same thing.
Ow, it's like a paper cut. Yeah. August 21st, the Garbage Pail Kids movie is released.
We can't do anything.
Oh, my God. It's in the script like 8,000 times. The Garbage Pail Kids movie comes from the insane success of the card series, Garbage Pail Kids. Shocker.
Makes sense, yeah.
Shocker. The card series started in 1985, produced by the Topps Company. The card series was the brainchild of Art Spiegelman. The name might sound familiar as he created the comic book Mouse, which ran in the magazine Raw for 11 years.
That blew my mind. I did not know that.
Yep.
I did not know that the creator of Mouse
created Garbage
created
Pail
Garbage
Kids.
Pail Kids.
Yeah.
Is the grandfather of this.
Yeah, he likes parody. Like, that's the whole thing. He's a big
Well, like we
parody
said, the cards are funny.
Yeah. Mouse would become the first graphic novel to win a Pulitzer Prize in 1992 after the whole thing was complete in Raw. And it wasn't like it ran continuously in Raw for 11 years. It was only ended up being like technically like 100 pages.
Right. It was also sorry.
When it got done, it got released as a graphic novel and won the Pulitzer Prize.
It was also one of the first graphic novels. Like it was on the burgeoning 80 in the mid to late 80s is when graphic novels started to take on with the the Batman stuff and the Watchmen.
Watchmen would have been about 5 or 6 years before because I think it came out in 86. But yeah, this was. I mean, it was bound to because people were obsessed with it as it was going, and it word of mouth. And it was a great word of mouth. Yeah, it was a great take on the Jews in Germany and Nazism and all that stuff. So it's really good. If you ever have a chance to read Mouse, highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Spiegelman started working at Topps in the 1960s and created the card series Wacky Packages.
That's the one that I had. I still have a lot of Yeah, I have them still.
Wacky Packages parodied consumer products in a sticker format. The first series was produced in 1967 but gained the most popularity between 73 and 75. During this period, they were even more popular than Topps baseball cards, which were the most sold trading card items in the country.
It's really funny. I, for a brief time as a child, collected some baseball cards. Mm-hmm. And a couple of years ago, I was like, I wonder if any of them are worth something. I don't know I can't remember which brand card I have, but the brand card that I went with is the one that just doesn't have anything.
Nobody cares. Yeah, that happens.
I'm going to have a $50,000 card.
No,
It's like, nope.
No. Examples of Wacky Packages include Gulp Oil, a parody of Gulf Oil.
I got that one.
Weekies, a parody of Wheaties.
I have that one too.
Skimpy, a parody of Skippy.
Got that one.
Plastered, a parody of Planters Peanuts.
Got doubles of that one.
The Wacky Packages was often mailed cease and desist letters from the companies they were parodying.
Which they could completely ignore because it's parody.
Yeah, I mean, by that point, it's like, we're not going to do another plastered one. It's like it's already out. Like,
and look, it's good for your company. Look, kids aren't like, ugh, yeah, a little crapperoni and cheese.
I'm never buying this stuff again. Yeah.
It just shows how stupid people are.
The Garbage Pail Kids cards actually started as a sticker in the Wacky Packages line, but was not released.
For the Stepdad show, I'll pull out my box of cards and see if I have any of the Garbage Pail Kids.
Management at Topps thought it would make a great spin-off series, so Spiegelman acted as art director, and the first series was released. They would eventually sell over 1 billion cards.
Cards were crazy. I have Dallas trading cards.
Yeah.
They had...
Trading cards were huge. They would anything. They would make anything into trading cards.
Anything. It was a crazy business. And nobody... Like, look, there's the Pokemon cards that are insane. Like, the amount of money that the Pokemon... millions and millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And, like, old baseball cards and stuff. But except for, like, Magic the Gathering... Like, these game cards, you don't see... it's like... You don't see, like, How I Married Your Mother trading cards.
No. At least it's not that I know of.
Or Star Wars. I mean, Star
Wars
Wars
cards were huge, yeah.
Those were the cards that, like, really proved that you could make a ton of money on non-sports cards. And then everybody followed suit.
Yeah. In April 1987, it was announced that Atlantic Entertainment Group had acquired the license for the Garbage Pail Kids from Topps to be adapted as a feature film. Atlantic Entertainment Group started in the mid-'70s as an art house film releasing company. They had a surprise hit with Valley Girl in 1983, which led to the release of Night of the Comet in 1984, and their biggest hit to date, Teen Wolf, released in 1985.
Listen to our Night of the Comet show. The Cage!
Yeah.
All three good movies. Solid movies.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of went into like, oh, we'll do a little more mainstream, and they all got super popular.
Well, look, Valley Girl was groundbreaking. It started the whole kind of quirky teen comedy,
the quirky comedy,
other kind of teen comedy, like the underground. It's like it's not all just beautiful,
very edgy.
Yes, which is very quaint now. Actually, no, it's pretty brutal. Valley Girl. There's a lot of brutal stuff in it, but it's a great movie that we'll cover. And Night of the Comet is so much better than it has any right to be.
Oh, I know. It's so good.
It was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
Yeah.
And my lifelong crush.
Yeah.
And then Teen Wolf, which should have been just the stupidest movie in the world, but because you have the charm and the talent of Michael J. Fox.
Such a great movie.
It's just a surprisingly great movie.
I have seen that movie probably 100 times.
Yeah, Teen Wolf.
My absolute favorite, and we'll cover Teen Wolf at some point, but my favorite part is where he's like freaking out. He's like, oh my God, I'm becoming, and then he goes out to his dad, and his dad's just a big wolf.
I know!
he's like, hey son.
Because of my situation growing up with my stepdad, whenever I saw Kind Fathers, I gravitated, and that was that Paul Dooley?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I think it was.
It's,
No, it's not Paul Dooley. It's kind of the Paul Dooley
I don't remember his name, but yeah, he's.
But I love that guy, even though I can't remember his name because of my dementia. But I love that guy ever since that because because so many times, like the Great Santini, I'd watch these movies and be like, oh, I can relate to that.
Yeah,
but very few times it was like these great, supportive, loving fathers.
Yeah,
and that was one of the greatest father-son relationships of the 80s.
So good, so good. Atlantic hired Rod Amato to write, direct, and produce the movie. Amato started in film, writing and directing the western The Bushwhackers in 1951.
Ooh.
Yeah.
About a bunch of people who trim pubes.
Yeah, that's exactly 1951. It was a huge hit.
It was. Well, that was when pube trimming first came into fashion. Yeah.
They realized that it was like, man, these pubes are just everywhere.
50s bushes were very thick and ropey.
While Amato had started in film, his real bread and butter was TV, writing, directing, and producing The George Burns and Gracie Allen Show, producing and directing 78 episodes from 56 to 58.
Such a great show, and they were so great together.
They were so funny. So funny.
She was the star. He was the straight man, and it's so crazy that he had like a 40-year career after she died.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he lived to be like 1 billion years old.
But he loved her so much. And they were so good together. So good.
Yeah. George Burns and Gracie Allen were actually his in-laws for 3 years when he was married to their daughter Sandra from 1959 to 1962.
Are you divorcing my daughter? You fired.
Yeah,
If I
well,
got it.
I don't think he married her till after he was off the show. He also worked on the Bob Cummings Show, directing 54 episodes from 1955 to 1958. He was actually nominated for an Emmy in 1956 for directing an episode of the Bob Cummings Show.
I have no idea who Bob Cummings is.
No idea either. He's lost to time. He also worked on The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, producing 148 episodes while directing 101 episodes and writing 11 episodes from 1959 to 1963.
Did you ever watch that show?
No.
It's so weird. It's actually not a bad show, but my favorite part of that show is Gilligan plays this hippie.
Yeah.
And I forget the name. I forget the name of everybody but Dobie Gillis. But he
Right.
was just so like, hey, beep-bop-a-doo-beep-bop,
Oh, yeah,
with his
yeah,
little
yeah,
goatee.
yeah.
Like, shibabba-dee-ba-doo. And it was such like the most stupid beatnik representation, but so funny for some reason.
That is very quaint now.
Yes.
Yes. He also co-created the show My Mother the Car, producing 30 episodes and directing 12 episodes from 65 to 66.
Such a weird show.
Very weird show about
A guy's mother who dies,
and
and her spirit,
she becomes reincarnated as a car,
Yes.
like an old jalopy.
and he can't buy it.
No.
He just has to go watch the car drive by.
It's so weird.
It is so weird.
Surprisingly, I don't think it lasted more than a season.
The 50s, man. The 50s and the 60s had some of the
They just-
weirdest
yeah.
TV shows. Like, if you think about it, like I Dream of Jeannie or Bewitched. I mean, great shows. But
I mean, those were at least a little more concepts that are a little easier to swallow.
an astronaut finds a genie on a beach.
Sure.
And marries her.
Sure.
Well, I guess he doesn't marry her until later. And then a
Yeah,
guy
but
marries a witch.
For some reason, that seems more doable than my mother was reincarnated as a car.
You're right.
Does she talk? I mean,
Yes.
it's just a car. It's a mechanical thing. I
It's
don't.
like, meep, meep.
Yeah, I don't. Anyway.
Listen to our My Mother the Car
Yeah,
episode.
oh, jeez. He also worked on The Dukes of Hazzard, producing 36 episodes, directing 7 episodes, and actually acted in 2 episodes between 1979 and 1982.
Well, them Duke boys in trouble now. Oh, and Duke Luke and Daisy Duke. Not a lot of black people on that show.
Really?
And, my favorite was Enos the penis.
Enos, yeah.
That's what we
Enos.
all called it.
Yeah. Amato had some help with the script from Linda Palmer. This was Palmer's first feature screenplay. I could not find any connection between Linda Palmer and Rod Amato. I have no idea why.
Okay.
I don't know who she is. It doesn't matter because she is now started a Runaway Productions, producing commercials, documentaries, series, and feature films with her husband.
Nice.
She started the company when she was asked to produce a series of PSAs for Children of the Night, a nonprofit that helps kids who have run away from home and are living on the streets of Los Angeles.
Oh, I remember those commercials.
Yeah, that was her. Amato considered himself a second-tier director and looked at the Garbage Pail Kids movie as little more than a paycheck.
I think everybody would have looked at it as little more than a paycheck.
He literally has been quoted saying, "Yeah, I'm the guy that helps fill the pension coffers. Like I get work all the time, and the real directors make money off of me."
God damn it.
It's like, all right, well, I guess you're working, but
Yeah.
he just didn't care.
Makes me sad.
In fact, when he saw the design for the Garbage Pail Kids, he was disgusted and assumed the movie would never actually get made.
Well, to all of our chagrin,
Yeah.
it did.
So they cast Anthony Newley as Captain Manzini, the antique shop owner. Newley was born in London in 1931, so that means when he was working on this, he was like 56 probably.
Yeah, my age.
57, yeah.
Do I look like Anthony Newley?
I mean, he looked fine. I mean, I thought he was in his 40s. I mean, you look like you could be
He
in your
looked.
late
I mean,
40s.
he had the old man body.
Yeah. His father left shortly after he was born, but his mother doted on him continuously, even into his marriage.
Nice.
Yeah. At the age of 14, he dropped out of school and started working at an advertising agency as an office boy.
Crazy how you could do that back then.
Yep. Prompted by an advertisement in the Daily Telegraph entitled "Boy Actors Urgently Wanted."
Never, ever answer an ad that says boy actors urgently wanted.
Yeah. He applied to the Italia Conti Stage School, only to discover that the fees were too high.
No.
Nevertheless, after a brief audition, he was offered a job as an office boy on a salary of 30 shillings a week, plus tuition at the school.
Very English sentence.
Yeah.
Office boy. Office boy.
You get 30 shillings a week.
Get me some coffee. Give me some tea, office boy.
But he essentially he got to go to school for free.
Great.
So, I mean, you know.
he was talented enough that they wanted him in there.
Yeah. While serving tea one afternoon, he caught the eye of producer Jeffrey DeBarkis, who cast Newley as the title character in the children's film serial Dusty Bates, released in 1947.
Looks like I found my Dusty Bates.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. DeMarcus. Whatever you say, Mr. DeMarcus.
We're gonna have to bathe you. You're very, very dirty. That's where they.
It's an ongoing theme in his life is that he's get bathed all the
Well,
time.
when I was an office boy, they used to bathe me quite a bit. Maybe we should put that in the movie.
Well, that's a great idea. Newley followed Dusty Bates with an appearance as Dick Bultitude in Peter Ustinov's Vice Versa, released in 1948.
Nice, not to be confused with the Vice Versa with Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold and
Fred Savage.
Yeah.
A double deuce switcheroo.
I also didn't realize while I was writing the script that a lot of these names are really weird double entendres. Like Dick Bultitude and Dusty Bates.
No.
It's just weird.
At least it wasn't Dick Bates.
One of the stars of the film was Kay Walsh, whose husband David Lean was about to direct a screen version of Oliver Twist. Walsh rang Lean and told him,
I found your old Frataja.
There you go. In Oliver Twist, Newley would act opposite Robert Newton and Alec Guinness. In the 50s, Newley would be contracted by J. Arthur Rank, making 27 movies for him, many being filmed in the U.S. During this period, he successfully transitioned from child actor to adult star.
Nice.
In 1959, he became a household name when he starred in Idol on Parade, a British takeoff of Elvis being called up into the army, with Newley playing a rock star that is called in a national service.
Interesting.
Before this, he actually had to do national service. It was a thing with them back in the day where they were had to do 2 years of army service. So Idol on Parade also launched his career as a pop singer with the song I've Waited So Long featured on the soundtrack, reaching number 3 in the UK charts.
Number 3 in the UK charts.
They were quickly followed by 3 more top 10 hits, including 2 number 1 hits.
I forgot. I was blown away by all of this shit with Anthony Newley.
I didn't know
no
any
idea.
of this stuff.
Neither
didn't
did
know
I.
any of this stuff. In 1960, he created and starred in the TV series The Strange World of Gurney Slade, a 6-part surreal comedy about a man stuck inside a TV show.
That sounds cool.
It's fascinating because the first episode, literally in the first 10 minutes, it's like a sitcom, and then he gets up and looks at the camera and just walks off set, and they just follow him, and it is in 1960 the most amazingly out of the box,
nice,
forward-thinking thing I've ever. The show is on YouTube, so
great.
if you want to watch all 6 episodes, it's on
Yeah,
there.
I think I do. I love Anthony Newley.
It's still a cult hit because of the sheer weirdness of the show. The really sad thing, and not to spoil anything, but by the end, the episode 6, like he ends up getting back on, and essentially they imply that he's like a weird automaton that can't get out of the sitcom world.
Weird.
Yeah, it's super weird. But he created the show, and people love it now.
Nice.
Yeah. Very ahead of its time. Newley won the 1963 Grammy Award for Song of the Year for What Kind of Fool Am I, sung by Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, he also wrote Feeling Good, which became a signature hit for Nina Simone.
Yeah.
And is used by every single burlesque troupe ever made ever.
Well, yes. Shirley Bassey, Nina Simone, those
Yeah.
are big burlesque.
And he wrote Goldfinger, the theme song for the 1964 James Bond movie Goldfinger, sung by Shirley Bassey.
Goldfinger, he's the man with the golden touch.
I'm so blown. I produced a couple of burlesque troupes, and Feeling Good was used so much, and I'm just shocked that it was Anthony Newley that wrote this.
And Goldfinger, too. He wrote
yeah.
a Bond song.
No idea. During his music career, Newley also became a mainstay on Broadway and in London's West End. While performing, he and his musical writing partner Leslie Bricusse also wrote musicals, including Stop the World, I Want to Get Off in 1961, which Newley also performed in, earning a Tony Award nomination, and was made into a feature film in 1966.
I vaguely remember that. I know I've seen it.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. They also did The Roar of the Grease Paint, The Smell of the Crowd in 1965, a parody of the upper and lower classes through the lens of stage performing, with Newley also starring.
Ooh, it was like the precursor to Downton Abbey.
Yeah, but in a much more crude way.
Yes.
Yeah. The film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, released in 1971, which was nominated for an Oscar, but lost to Fiddler on the Roof by John Williams.
Wait a minute. They wrote the music?
They wrote the music.
So they wrote all the...
Yeah, that was all Anthony Newley and Leslie Bricusse.
I love that movie.
They credit themselves under different names, but it was them.
That's crazy. I had no idea. That is one of my favorite movies of all time.
And it's weird because I thought that because the book came out in like 1965, I think, by Roald Dahl, and I thought that it was a musical, like stage musical beforehand, but it was not.
No.
The movie first. There's actually a musical now called Willy Wonka that's based off the movie,
right?
That is used a lot. The Willy Wonka Jr. is used by a lot of elementary schools and stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka and the Great Glass Elevator. Great books. I was a huge Roald Dahl
Oh yeah,
fanatic when I
he
was
was
a kid.
incredible.
James and the Giant Peach.
BFG.
BFG. James and the Giant Peach, I think I was the most obsessed with because, like I've said before, I had this weird fascination of living in things that you shouldn't be living in. And the fact that
Things
they were
that were
all
too big.
Yeah, well, they were living in a giant peach. And I thought it was so cool because you could just go,
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't realize that peaches rot. But but I think maybe even more so than Willy Wonka, James and the Giant Peach, James.
Right.
But that movie,
the narcissism is coming through.
that book, not the movie, but that book really affected me.
Yeah. Roald Dahl was incredible, and I'm pretty sure that almost everything he's written has been adapted into film in some way.
Yeah.
But I think there might be one or two that's not, but
Let's do it.
yeah. I have to look it up. I don't remember what.
Well, I don't think they've ever made Charlie and the
No,
Great
the
Glass
sequel.
Elevator.
Yeah, not the sequel. Yeah.
Because that's what happens when after it bursts
Yeah,
out of
right,
the. It's such a cool book because they're just flying around in an elevator doing crap.
Yeah.
So neat.
In 1967, Newley would appear in Dr. Dolittle, but had a terrible time during the production as Rex Harrison, the lead, despised Newley.
So weird.
I don't know why. I tried to find information as to why he hated him so much.
Was like Rex Harrison a jerk?
I don't know if it was just him or just Newley that he hated.
I hate Brits.
I don't know. But it was apparently he was just an asshole to him on set.
You keep stepping on my lines, Newley.
Newley performed in the autobiographical Fellini-esque and X-rated Can Hieronymus Merkin ever forget Mercy Hump and Find True Happiness?
Good Lord.
I just love that it was autobiographical, which it probably gives you a good idea of why Rex Harrison probably hated him.
Yes. I'm sure he was. Look,
Newley, put your dick away. What are you doing?
Well, I think being such a terminal mama's boy,
Yeah.
that makes you very. It can make you like precious. Like it can,
Yeah. I feel like he's similar, and just hear me out on this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's very similar to like the Jimmy. The blonde hair,
Savile?
Jimmy Savile, like in the weird way, not in the raping kids way.
Not in the pedophile way.
This is why I said, hear me out. Not in a pedophile way, but like in like that kind of weird, just being weird for weird's sake. Like I feel like Newley kind of was cultivating that.
Well, I also truly believe that if you start in the business so young and so early, that you, by the time you're an adult, don't have a grasp of what reality is.
Oh, no.
Because you don't live in it.
No.
You don't.
I mean, you've been in the business for so long, since 14, that it's like, what is you don't know the real world?
No. And granted, the guy had a ton of success too, in many different fields. So maybe he got a little bit too big for his britches. But man, was he humbled coming up.
So that autobiographical film, the weird Hieronymus Merkin movie, was released in 1969, which he also directed and co-wrote with Herman Rauscher. The film is
a surrealist, sex-drenched disaster that could only ever have been made in the more freewheeling 60s.
And starred his then-wife, Joan Collins, who said that his self-serving behavior prompted her to get a divorce.
Okay, so now we get it.
You're starting to understand why Rex Harrison hated him.
I love Joan Collins.
In 1971, he directed Summer Tree, starring Michael Douglas and Brenda Vaccaro.
Brenda Vaccaro.
She
has such a deep voice. I'm Brenda Vaccaro.
I love you, Michael.
Michael Douglas, I'm Brenda Vaccaro. Nice to meet you.
Would you like to join me in Summer Tree?
You're a woman?
You look beautiful. Let's go.
Come on, kiss me. I'm Brenda Vaccaro.
Newley was in the U.S. as he moved to Florida to become a tax exile and avoid paying the high British taxes.
Not uncommon.
As was the thing in the early 70s.
Didn't some of the Monty Pythons do that?
Monty Python, some of them, Led Zeppelin did that. There was a lot of them that did that. While being one of the top 5 cabaret performers in the U.S., he made some bad career decisions and his popularity began to wane.
Oh.
In 1983, he was set to play Chaplin in a Broadway musical production about the actor, but it never made it out of previews in Los Angeles and would lose $4 million.
Oof.
In 1985, he appeared as the Mad Hatter in the Irwin Allen all-star television cast of Alice in Wonderland.
Interesting.
That same year, he was diagnosed with cancer and had to have a kidney removed.
The
Garbage Pail Kids movie would be his last feature film, but he would appear on TV and on stage. On April 14th, 1999, Newley died of renal cancer at the age of 67.
Oh, man.
At the time of his death, he had been working on a musical of Shakespeare's Richard III.
So that's kidney cancer, right? Renal cancer?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I've heard that pancreatic cancer, stomach cancer is the worst way to go.
And I will never forgive cancer for robbing us of a musical of Shakespeare's Richard III.
Yeah, well, yes. Or Garbage Pail Kids 2.
Yeah, well, that was never going to happen. That's going to be an ongoing theme for Awful 80s Month, our June Doom 5. Every single one of these movies was supposed to have a sequel.
Really?
Every single one.
Really?
Yep.
How? I mean, I get this one. But Mac?
Oh, yeah. You don't
Wizard?
remember the end of Mac and Me.
I don't
The
think
Wizard,
I've ever
I should
seen
say,
that.
I don't know about The Wizard, but I'm pretty sure that they thought they were going to make a franchise.
Well, it's Nintendo, but I don't think I've ever seen Mac and Me. I've only seen that clip.
It was, in fact, and we'll talk about it next week, but Mac and Me actually ended with, "We'll be back."
Oh, no. Don't threaten us.
Yeah. Mackenzie Astin was cast as Dodger, one of the weirder named characters in the, well, not as weird as Juice or Tangerine, but weird.
Well, it's funny that he played the Artful Dodger.
Yes, I know.
And they called him Dodger.
Yeah.
You know how you played the Artful Dodger, Mackenzie.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great name for the character.
That's really cool. I really like it.
Just how lazy Rod Amato was.
Hey, look, Mackenzie Astin did his best.
He did. I mean, honestly, he did. He wasn't bad in this.
No, but it was a thankless role. He had to look. The one thing that was so realistic, the one super realistic moment in that movie is when he finally starts punching the bully and he just starts crying because of all that emotion.
Yeah.
Because have you ever? I've been in a lot of fights, and when I was younger and I would get into fights, I would get overwhelmed, like with the emotion and and even though I would beat the dude up, I would still end up crying because I couldn't.
Of course, because you're just overwhelmed.
Yes.
Yeah. And I will say, and I said this when we watched the movie, there was another movie that did that exact same thing and did it much better, and that was A Christmas Story.
Yes.
Which came out about 5 years before this.
Yes.
Yeah. Which, granted, again, it was good in the movie. I appreciated it. And it was definitely a lot of really good acting from Mackenzie Astin, who I almost just called Sean.
Well, you know.
Astin was born in 1973 in Los Angeles, the son of actors Patty Duke and John Astin.
Ooh, from the Patty Duke Show and Addams Family.
She was in the Addams
No,
Family?
no, he was.
Oh, he was.
John Astin
sorry.
was Gomez.
It's like Patty Duke was in the... Yes, John Astin was Gomez, yeah. His half-brother is Sean Astin. Eventually, at some point, we'll cover Sean Astin because his patronage, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know if that's
Sure. His father.
His father was highly disputed. He eventually did have. It was one of 3 different men because apparently Patty Duke got around.
I don't know who my father is, Mr. Frodo.
Yeah, but apparently he eventually did have a paternity test, and it was the first guy. Who I don't remember his name.
But didn't you tell me yesterday that they're all like good dudes?
So this is the thing. Okay, so Sean Astin, he essentially, Patty Duke thought it was this guy. He was like a musician or something. And then she ended up getting married to another guy.
Yeah.
And that guy kind of raised him as a father for like 3 or 4 or 5 years.
Sure.
But grew attached to Sean Astin.
Of course.
But then they got a divorce, and then she married John Astin.
Right.
Who then adopted Sean Astin and became his actual father.
Oh, okay.
And so, but then he still talked to the other guy, and then eventually she was like, well, your dad might be this guy. And she was apparently very honest with him about it. And so he got to know all 3 of them. And all 3 of them were just like, you're amazing. Let's do it the best we can for you.
Lucky son of a bitch.
3 dads.
I had 2 dads. Actually, I've had 3 dads too.
Yeah, you had 3 dads.
2 out of 3 wasn't too bad. I don't know. I mean, first one I don't really remember.
Yeah.
The third one's good. Third one's great.
Third one's great. He's great. Anyway, but at some point we'll go into more detail that with Sean. Probably when he covered the Goonies or something.
Or the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Astin made his acting debut in the CBS TV movie Lois Gibbs and the Love Canal in 1982 at the age of 9.
Was that about cancer? Because the Love Canal, wasn't the Love Canal the...
Love Canal? I thought Love Canal was the... Is it?
I thought Love Canal was the cancerous New Jersey thing or whatever.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess we could have looked it up, but we're too damn lazy for that.
Nope. I don't know. In 1985, he scored a recurring role on The Facts of Life and was promoted to the main cast for the last 3 seasons of the show, appearing in 72 episodes.
Ugh, I remember, no offense to him, but that was also like, all right, girls are getting a little long in the tooth.
Yeah.
Got to bring in a cute little boy.
Yeah. After making a couple more guest appearances on TV and starring in some TV movies, Astin was eager to get into features. With his father being very protective of Mackenzie and knowing that he would disapprove of a movie like the Garbage Pail Kids Movie, Astin auditioned and signed onto the film without telling him.
Now, how do you do that when you're underage? How can you sign on to a movie without your parents?
It was 1987.
Shady, baby.
When Astin finally gave the script to his father after telling him he got a starring part in a feature film, John was so horrified by the script being so bad that he tried to get Mackenzie taken off the movie.
What a good father.
Yeah, he tried. I guess it was probably the agent. Was just like, no, it's fine. Like, I talked to him. He probably lied and said, yeah, they're fine.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I'm sure the producers were just like, whatever, it's an Astin. Let's get him on. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, he had already proven himself on TV and stuff. People knew who Mackenzie Astin
I mean,
was.
he was
Facts of Life was a top 10 show for its entire run.
Yeah. Astin wouldn't do any acting after the Garbage Pail Kids movie for 5 years. Appearing,
Trauma.
Now, okay, the funny thing is a lot of the actors in this movie did not either act at all after this or didn't act for a long time.
Could you blame them?
I believe in this one it was because he actually got into high school and was like doing high school and then some college, or finding more work. But he was in that weird transition phase of puberty and stuff.
He had a lot of appointments with Anthony Newley for bathing.
He ate up so much of his time.
All right, come over for your bath.
He did appear in the TV movie A Child Lost Forever, the Jerry Sherwood story in 1982. That was the first thing he did after the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Was he Jerry Sherwood?
No, he was like Brian Sherwood. I think he was one of the kids.
Oh.
I think the Jerry Sherwood was, or maybe the brother or something.
Okay.
I don't remember. He was not Jerry Sherwood, though.
He was not the child that was
Because
lost
I think
forever.
the child was lost forever, and I don't think you would cast a name for the kid. Oh, there he is for 5 seconds, and he's gone.
Forever.
His next feature films would come in 1994, starring in Iron Will, about a 1917 dog sled race, and appearing in Wyatt Earp in a bit part.
I remember Iron Will.
Yeah.
And Wyatt Earp, that's the Kevin Costner one?
Yeah. I believe so.
That is one of the most boring movies I've ever sat through in my life.
It's also like 3.5 hours long.
Oh, God.
It doesn't need to be.
That was just... Kevin Costner could not do anything right for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Just garbage after garbage after garbage.
Yeah.
And then he got humbled, and then he got good again.
And then he did the Superman movie.
Oh, no! Yes, and then just, watch me die!
Hey, guy, no, don't save me because you're a superhero. Just, yep.
And let's not forget my favorite show of all time.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. I was going to say Yosemite.
I would rather watch Yosemite than Yellowstone.
Yellowstone was not bad until the last season. Like, once Kevin Costner left, or like all the shit went down with him, then it got horrible. But
you haven't watched the 18 different spinoffs?
No, I have no desire to watch
the way that you feel about the spinoffs is exactly how I feel about Yellowstone.
I
don't
felt the
care.
same way until my
care.
parents turned me onto it, and it was fine.
It is finally a show that I care less to watch than The Sopranos.
I get it. Both great shows.
I'm sure.
Sopranos just drive.
I will watch The Sopranos long before I watch Yellowstone.
The Yellowstone isn't any sort of like MAGA thing or whatever. It's just
I know. I just don't care.
Okay.
People running around in the great big West, I don't give a shit.
It's that, and I explained this back when we went through how I got brainwashed. It's just that cowboy.
Sure.
That fantasy of like, I got some land and a horse and some dogs.
And that was the day I realized I don't have that.
No,
I don't care.
You can come to my ranch.
All right, I will.
Ride my horses.
Oh, that sounds like, nope, I'm going to pass. While Astin has made appearances in features, he's had more success in TV, appearing in 2 episodes of Grey's Anatomy, 11 episodes of Scandal, 15 episodes of The Magicians, 6 episodes of Homeland.
I remember him on Homeland.
8 episodes of Teenage Bounty Hunters.
What?
I know. I don't know. It came out in like 2019, I think. 7 episodes of The Blacklist, and...
Brooklyn Bridge, The Outer Limits, First Years, Without a Trace, Lost, House, Justice, My Name is Earl, Psych, The Defenders, NCIS, Criminal Minds, Private Practice, Shameless, Bones, Rizzolian Isles, Castle, and Mad Men.
Yeah, he did like 1 episode in each of these shows.
I remember him on Bones. I remember him on Shameless, and I remember him on Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds,
which just came back for a new season.
The thing is, he's always had a good career. Like he's just guest starring and stuff.
He's a solid character actor.
Yeah,
with a handsome face. I mean, he's a good-looking kid. I mean, he's my age. He's a good-looking man.
He's like 3 years younger than you.
Okay, I mean, around my age.
Yeah.
You always have to point out how old I am.
That you're older than everyone in the world.
Thank you. I'm older than dirt.
He can most recently be seen on an episode of Landman.
Oh, I can't wait. That's my next obsession.
Oh, Jesus. Katie Barberi was cast as Tangerine. And
Tangerine.
This is fascinating. Her life is fascinating because, number one, she was born in Mexico.
Crazy.
She's Mexican. Had no idea.
No.
She made her acting debut in Kids Incorporated in 1984 at the age of 12.
That's so weird. I just watched a mini documentary on Kids Incorporated.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weird.
It's so many people started on that show.
Yeah. I was a little too young for Kids Incorporated,
Yeah.
so I never watched it.
It was just this weird, a bunch of kids hanging out in a theater, and they put on music.
Music? Oh, weird.
And
Okay.
they were like Disney Bop before Disney Bop. But sometimes they would sing, like the contemporary songs and not edit them.
Oh.
And it was a little unsettling.
Oh, weird.
When they did I Want Your Sex.
Nice. Her feature film debut was a bit part in Ferris Bueller's Day Off as one of the econ students in 1986.
I can remember her.
I feel because she has that face. Like,
Yes.
I feel like I do too. Yeah.
Giant eyes.
Astin and Barberi were dating when they started filming the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
That is so
Which is
weird.
the fascinating thing is they were only like 6 months apart in age, but she looked like she was like 10 years older than him.
Well, because he had not developed yet. He was
Yeah.
a boy still.
Yeah.
His balls hadn't dropped. Pardon my French. Because his voice was like a peanut.
I mean, Anthony Newley personally told me that his balls hadn't dropped because he cleaned them
cleaned
often.
them. He cleaned that empty sack over and over again. But first of all, she's like a foot taller than him. It must have been awkward for her to be dating him because it'd be like, oh, is this the guy you're babysitting?
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, it's my boyfriend.
No. Do you mind leaving him behind so we can go out?
Yeah.
It's like, no.
You're
Your little
gonna
brother, can you take your little brother home so we can go make out?
He's my boyfriend.
It's my boyfriend.
What?
Be careful. Oh, is he going to beat me up?
Jeez.
They actually broke up during the production.
Yeah, probably because she's like, oh, there's actual men around.
Barberi would appear in a bunch of TV shows, but found her true calling when she returned to Mexico and started appearing in telenovelas.
Nice.
This is one of the most fascinating things. It just blows my mind. She has become one of the most recognizable telenovela stars in Mexico, appearing in 44 episodes of El Privilegio de Amar in 1998, 90 episodes of Por tu Amor in 1999.
That means for your love.
On 150 episodes of Rebecca in 2005.
Pronounced Rebecca.
Rebecca, which means Rebecca.
Which means Rebecca.
136 episodes of Bella Calamideras
That means woman calamideras.
in 2010. 183 episodes of Grachi between 2011 and 2013. Her most famous part.
That's Spanish for gnocchi. Gnocchi, the pasta with potato in it.
It actually means witch.
Does it? Nice.
122 episodes of Mi Corazón Insiste in Lola Volcan in 2011.
My heart insists on the Lola volcano.
I think it's something about my heart.
It's as hot as a volcano.
It's something in a volcano. Yeah. I should know Spanish.
I took 4 years of it.
63 episodes of Every Which Way, the American remake of Grachi in 2014, which aired on Nickelodeon.
Weird.
Yeah, it was they kind of made it into like a teen show.
Like a Sabrina the Teenage Witch type of thing?
Yeah. 85 episodes of Eva La Trailera in 2016. And 60 episodes of Valentina Mi Amor Especial in 2024.
My special love.
It's just amazing that they just pump these out so fast and that they're just so huge. All of them are so huge.
Have you ever watched telenovelas?
Of course.
They're so fun.
I
They're
wrote
so fun.
a telenovela parody play.
I know you did. And we worked on that.
Yeah.
Thing.
We did a bunch of that. She most recently can be seen in an episode of Chicago Med. This whole time she's been doing all these telenovelas, she's still appearing in TV shows and doing stuff.
Well, good for her.
I should say American TV shows, not to disparage the telenovelas. But yeah, she's a huge star in Mexico. It's just amazing.
She looks great, too, by the way.
Not that that matters.
Not that that matters at all. Especially for weirdos that aged incredibly poorly like me. But
yeah.
But no, she was, she was really good in this movie.
I thought she was really good in this movie. When it kind of was revealed that she was the bad guy, I was like, oh, that's kind of a juicy part. Like, that's nice.
Well, she had the great, 1,000-mile stare, too, when the shit was going down and she's just looking straight ahead.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing? You betrayed me. And she's just looking straight ahead. I don't care. It's all about me and my fashion career.
She was just so obsessed with that fashion show. She was like, you can't ruin this. You can't ruin this.
Oh, my God. And that fashion was awful. Even for the 80s, it was awful.
Yeah, something new. Sure.
Yes, something was just like, all right, we're gonna just mishmash. We'll put a little, we'll put some jeans with some silk, and then we'll put a little polyester with some. We'll take a Hawaiian shirt, put the sleeves off, and then put some, what's that puffy stuff called? Puffy
stuff. Some denim and some lace, because nobody's done that before.
Never, especially in the 80s.
Ron McLaughlin was cast as Juice, the bad guy, I guess.
Yes, Juice is a sociopath who's obsessed with a 14-year-old boy.
I think he's mad because Anthony Newley's always bathing him.
When did I get to bathe him?
Yeah, when's it my turn?
Yeah, I told you, if you paid me a certain amount of money, I'd let you bathe the boy.
McLaughlin made his feature film debut in the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Apparently, William Zabka almost got the part of Juice.
Well, he would have been better.
During the production, Juice's disdain for Dodger carried over into McLaughlin actually being a dick to Astin on set.
That dude, I'm sorry, that dude looks like he's a dick.
Yeah.
Like, he's just weird. It's an uncanny valley, dude. He looks misshapen and odd. His face is too wide and weird, and he's got that crazy...
Uncanny Valley is the best way of putting it. Yeah.
It's there's just something... He looks like Rami Malek now. The one thing that he did that made me laugh out loud that I really liked was when he's sitting in that chair on the phone at the fashion show, and they throw the person into the wall or whatever, and then the fire extinguisher drops on him, and his little legs go bloop, they go like shoot out, and then he falls down.
Yeah.
That was great. And the funniest thing, too, is he and Mackenzie Astin have that big old, that big rumble at the end. And all of a sudden, it was like watching Star Trek, the television show.
Oh, my God.
All of a sudden, it's like, it's Mackenzie Astin. Then it's a guy that's 3 times the size
of
him.
You could see the hair on his arms.
His hands were
his hands were huge. It was like
dinner plates.
So suddenly, Mackenzie Astin's the same size as Juice.
So all of a sudden, Jack Reacher comes in.
It was so obvious.
Obvious.
So bad. Rod Amato actually had to step in and ask Ron McLaughlin to be nicer to Mackenzie Astin.
Yeah. Hey, Dick. Mackenzie Astin actually has a career. You don't. You may want to just calm the F down.
Have you tried something called acting? Yeah. McLaughlin didn't act very much, not having another credit until a TV movie in 1986, and then an episode of Silk Stockings in 1997.
Oh my God! When I read that he was in Silk Stockings, I have never seen a more perfect person for Silk Stockings. Silk Stockings was like in the 90s they had these awful nighttime soaps. Yeah. And Baywatch Nights and Silk Stockings, and Silk Stockings was like Skinamax without the skin.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point? What's the point of watching a horrible, bad sex show when there's no real sex?
Apparently, he served as a Denver Metro police officer for 10 years, and he very much thinks that we do not have enough gratitude for our veterans and our police officers.
Well, I just want to say thank you to our veterans, and thank you to our good police officers, not the corrupt ones.
J.P. Amato was cast as Wally, or I should say he was nepo babied in as Wally.
Oh, yeah?
Amato is the son of director Rod Amato. He was the male henchman of Juice.
Oh, the one that was with the big, strong lady?
Yeah. JP is actually a stunt person, making his stunts debut in Love Lines in 1985, which was also directed by his father.
Nice.
He did do stunts for Pee-wee's Big Adventure in 1985 and Thunder Run in 1986. And then he switched over to acting for this movie, and surprise, it's the only film he's ever acted in. And in fact, he just never had a career after that.
Well, did he go back to stunts?
He didn't do anything after
Really?
this. Yeah.
God, this movie ruined so many people.
So many. Marjorie Grau was cast as Blythe. That was the big... I say big, that sounds terrible. The Amazonian woman.
Yes, the one that was like, ooh, she's super strong.
Oh, we can't get the thing to turn, and she just like cracks her knuckles and is like, here we go.
Let's get Big Bertha to do it. I'm surprised they didn't call her Big Bertha.
The Garbage Pail Kids movie was Grau's feature film debut. She actually did have a career after this. She appeared in an episode of the Weird Science TV show in 1996, as well as an episode of Profiler in 1997.
I forgot about that horrible Weird Science show.
And it's also weird that it came 10 years after the movie.
It was so weird. It was on USA,
It's a
I
USA
think.
thing, yeah.
USA just had some weird effing shows, man. Some great shows and some weird shows.
She has acted quite a bit until 2006. Her last credit was in the movie Mothers and Daughters, and then she just kind of fell off the face of the earth.
No. Profiler was a good show.
Lynn Cartwright was cast as the fashion show host.
Oh, please, everyone, please.
Cartwright started acting in 1957, appearing in Black Patch, starring George Montgomery.
Ooh.
She played 3 different roles in the TV show Adam 12.
One Adam 12, one Adam 12.
She appeared in Love Lines in 1984, also directed by Rod Amateau. After the Garbage Pail Kids movie, she appeared as the older Dottie in A League of Their Own in 1992, due to her looking and acting just like Gina Davis.
Holy shit, we all thought it was Gina Davis. We all thought it was Gina Davis in age-up makeup. And you know what's really crazy? Gina Davis looks like her now.
I know.
Because Gina Davis is her age now.
It's weird, yeah. She passed away on January 2nd, 2004 at the age of 76.
God damn, I totally thought that was Gina Davis.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah.
That was such great casting.
No, Gina Davis was a much bigger star by this point.
Well, no, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I thought it was prosthetics. I didn't think, you know.
So all of the Garbage Pail Kids were played by little people in costumes. They had the heads. We'll talk about that more in just a little bit, but I want to talk about a few of the performers. The
Poor
little
bastards.
performers. And the voices were done by other people.
Yes.
Talk about a few of the voice actors.
Because if they didn't, it would sound like...
Yeah, well, and they also needed the voices to be as stereotypically awful as possible.
Oh my God. Every one of the voices is so grating and so horrible to listen to. It's like a chainsaw, a leaf blower, and a car alarm all going off at the same time.
Phil Phondacaro played Greaser Greg.
Greaser Greg.
Phondacaro made his feature film debut in Under the Rainbow in 1981.
Listen to our Under the Rainbow show.
This is going to be an ongoing theme for the actors that played the Garbage Pail Kids.
Well, unfortunately, little people, unless you're Peter Dinklage, little people don't have a lot of opportunities, especially back then.
Yeah, he actually, well, we'll go into it a little bit, but he actually did get other work beyond just like being a little person.
Oh, good.
So yeah, he actually, and I think that's part of the reason why at the end it was Phil Phondacaro as Greaser Greg, because he was definitely the biggest little person star at that time.
But I've seen some interviews with some little people, and especially older little people, and they're like, "Oh man, when the Star Wars movie was starting up, we're like, oh, we're going to get some work."
Yeah, in 1983, he appeared in Return of the Jedi as an Ewok, with the distinction of being the only Ewok to have a death scene.
That was crazy. That was so sad.
Yeah,
and the little Ewok's just like, "Why are you dead?"
Yeah. In 1986, he would appear in Troll, directed by John Carl Buechler, and in Ghoulies 2 in 1987.
Was he the troll?
No. Well, yes, I take that back. He was one of the trolls in
Okay.
Troll. I think there was another one. I've never actually seen Troll.
I've seen Troll, and I don't remember.
In Ghoulies, I don't know if he was one of the... I think the Ghoulies were smaller. I don't know. I don't remember. I know I've seen the Ghoulies movies. I don't remember.
Is Troll the one with... where it's... Nilbog? Goblin backwards?
That's Troll 2.
Troll 2 is the Nilbog.
Yes.
God, that movie is...
Troll 2 is the one where the guy, it's just like the 10-second shot of him going, oh!
Oh my God, we have to cover that movie.
Not cut away, nothing.
No.
We'll cover Troll 2, yeah. It's so bad.
So bad. Nilbog.
Yeah, maybe next June Doom.
There we go. Or maybe Halloween. Who knows?
Halloween, there you go. We'll do Halloween. After the Garbage Pail Kids movie, Phondacaro would appear in...
Willow, Phantasm 2, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, The Doors, Bordello of Blood, The Creeps, The Polar Express, The Land of the Dead, and Evil Bong.
Phondacaro was one of the few little people who routinely got work, not just in film, but also TV, appearing in...
Fairy Tale Theater, The Magical World of Disney, Tales from the Dark Side, 30-something, Superboy, Quantum Leap, Renegade, Northern Exposure, Sliders, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Hercules, The Pretender, Touched by an Angel, Walker, Texas Ranger, and CSI.
Yeah, the funny thing is that he would be, like, when he wasn't appearing as, like in costumes and makeup and stuff, he would be, obviously a little person, but 9 times out of 10, when he was cast in something where he could, like, show his face, his character's name was always Big something. Like it was Big or Big Billy or Large Marge or whatever. Like it was like, Jesus Christ, be more original.
It's so mean. It was just, it was back when everything was stereotypes and, it's just, you needed to work, man.
And speaking of, he retired after 2009, but has come back to voice the role of Big Figure in Watchmen Chapter 2.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so
I saw
in
that.
2024, he's in Watchmen Chapter 2. He retired for a long time. I'm hoping he does more voice work.
Yeah.
But yeah. Jim Cummings did the voice of Greaser Greg.
That just surprised the hell out of me. I guess everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah. Cummings is an experienced voice actor, having appeared in over 600 productions over the decades. He started in animated TV working on Dumbo's Circus in 1985. He also voiced the role of Nat Nerd in the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
I'm Nat Nerd and I pee myself all the time. And not only does he pee his pants all the time, but sometimes his wang is out.
That one shot, the implication that he was literally, they just didn't show it, but his wiener had to be out and he was peeing because every other time it was coming out of his pant leg.
On my pant, peeing. And all those freaking pimples, man. Oh,
so
God.
gross. So gross.
And the thing was the mouth. The thing I think that was so settling was they didn't. So unsettling. Did I say settling?
The thing that made me fall asleep at night.
The thing that gave me comfort. No, but one of the things that was so unsettling about the costumes is the mouths never really closed.
No. And there was only, like, I think it was Greaser Greg had maybe the most articulation, but, like, for the most part, they were just kind of meh, 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 meh.
The only one was the Muslim Garbage Pail Kid, Ali Gator. His gator mouth was like jump, 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 jump.
I'm going to apologize to all of our Muslim listeners.
Wait, he was a Muslim? Okay. Well, why was his name Ali? Ali's not a boy's name in the 80s.
Allison is an androgynous name.
Allison?
Yes.
How many men do you know named Allison?
Back in the 1700s, 1800s, Allison was a male name.
This movie was made in the 1700s and 1800s.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it doesn't make it not true.
Well, it wasn't. Okay. Was it common for boys to be named Allison in the 80s? No.
Maybe it wasn't Allison. Maybe it was
Ali. Like I'm saying, he was Muslim. Boom.
Okay. Well, then he was a bad Muslim.
But Ali Gator in the cards was a girl. But they made him a boy.
I mean, maybe it was a girl. Maybe they just had a really deep voice.
Okay. I don't know.
Maybe they got Brenda Vaccaro to do the part.
That last minute was the most anybody on this planet has ever spoken about alligator from the Garbage Pail Kids.
Alligator? Not alligator.
You say tomato, and I say tomato. You say
Anyway.
I say ollie.
We're talking about Jim Cummings.
Yeah, sorry.
In 1988, he replaced Sterling Holloway as the voice of Winnie the Pooh and is still voicing him today. Jim Cummings is one of those people like Frank Welker and
Mel Blanc?
Mel Blanc. Like, he's one of those, it's like you think of voice actors,
Yeah.
Jim Cummings is one of those guys.
One of the best. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy, we have a friend, she does voiceover, and I think she's met Jim Cummings.
Oh, probably. I
And
wouldn't be
I
surprised.
think that's the one that she said was just a super nice guy. There's
I'm
also
sure.
one that she's like, I don't know, not a good guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Garbage Pail Kids movie was his first live-action voiceover work, which was followed up by
Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Cabin Boy, Small Soldiers, Babe, Pig in the City, Christopher Robin, Space Jam, A New Legacy, and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, the funny thing is, out of the 600 or so productions he's done, those are the only live-action movies he's actually done.
Oh.
Cummings,
Please.
he did not do
I know.
Roger Rabbit.
I know. That was the dude with the hump on his back.
Yeah.
Fleischer.
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 Rod Fleischer. Rob Fleischer.
Maybe.
Rich Fleischer. Dick Fleischer.
Fluge Fleischer. Fluge.
I think his name's Floppy Fleischer.
Floppy Fleischer. That's what he calls his wiener. You want to see my floppy Fleischer? Please.
Cummings has gone on record saying that he is ashamed of taking part in the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Hey, I agree.
I'm guessing he was at a Comic-Con somewhere or something. It was just like somebody asked about it, and he was like, no.
Everybody's got a dark spot on that old
Look,
resume.
it was early in my career.
I needed the money, okay?
He most recently can be heard in the animated film The King of Kings about Jesus.
He played Jesus?
The complete opposite. I don't know. I didn't look because I don't look up religious movies.
It's a cartoon?
It was actually the sequel to Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Nice!
The King of Kings about Jesus. They infiltrate Jesus's the 12 apostles.
Well, they definitely brought back Ali Gator as the Muslim.
Yeah, well, he converted Judaism.
Yes.
Debbie Lee Carrington played Valerie Vomit, which I gotta say, watching the movie, I was like, her whole shtick is that she vomits.
She never vomited, except once.
Until the end.
Yes.
They saved it up, and oh my God, was that the most disgusting vomit I've ever seen.
It was like Mad Magazine vomit, you know, with like the
gross.
fish bones.
Well, and
the,
when they pulled back, it was like still goopy on them, and like I was like, ugh.
They should have made it steamy. That would have made it worse if there's steam coming off of it. Yeah, look, the the nerd kid peed like 75 times.
So many times.
The booger lady put her boogers on everything all the time.
You snot constantly.
But no puke.
And the farting guy, the Wendy Williams or whatever, he farted all the time.
Oh my God. He looked like he was Hawaiian. I think he was
Samoan.
Polynesian. Samoan.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
They just all look like Cabbage Patch Kids that were burnt or, in a dump for like 6 months or something.
I think the thing that was so unsettling for me is that they were so proud of all the problems they had.
Yes.
Like, obviously, Wendy was, like, super gassy, but he was just so, like, loved doing it. The nerdy kid loved peeing himself to the point where he did it, and they were like, what? He was like, what? It's funny. I thought it was funny. Anyway, Debbie Lee Carrington also made her feature film debut in Under the Rainbow in 1981.
Listen to our Under the Rainbow show.
Please. Like Phondacaro, she also played an Ewok in Return of the Jedi in 1983. But
Listen to our Return of the Jedi show.
yeah, that's true. I forgot we did that. Unlike Phondacaro, she didn't die and reprised her roles in the Ewok TV movies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who was the it was Wilford Brimley, right? That was in those.
Was he?
Yeah, I think so.
God, I don't remember. Yeah, actually, now that you're saying that.
Ewoks. We have to help the Ewoks on the planet, kids.
The Ewoks have a cure for my diabetes.
This Ewok has diabetes. We're gonna have to put it down.
Gonna have to go call Liberty Mutual. So sad that Wilford Brimley, he's an amazing actor, and all we remember from his stupid commercials.
You like grape nuts or something too?
Yeah. Quaker Oats. That's
Quaker Oats. It's just simple. It is good.
It's a fresh start of your morning.
Do what I say, or I'll come to your house and sit on you.
Give you diabetes.
Give you my diabetes.
She's most likely known for playing Thumbelina in Total Recall in 1990, one of the mutants on Mars.
Yeah, she was good.
She was great. Sadly, Carrington died on March 23rd, 2018, at the age of 58 in her parents' home in Pleasanton, California, following a period of health complications.
It is tough, man. Like, because sometimes with dwarfism, your body stops growing, but your organs don't.
Yeah.
And there are constant health problems and bone problems. It's just, for some dwarves, it's just such a road of pain and misery.
Yeah. So
Little people.
Yeah. John Carl Buechler, who did all the special effects in the film, was actually considered to direct. His version of the story was going to be a straight-up horror film.
Yeah, missed the mark. Should have been.
The Garbage Pail Kids would have spawned from radioactive sludge that had found its way to a garbage can filled with broken dolls, turning them into serial killers.
Love it. I love that sentence 1,000 times more than the actual movie. I would read that sentence than rather watch the movie again.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure this was...
Chucky?
A year before Chucky? No, I think that idea was predated Chucky.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
because I think Chucky was like, what, 89?
Yeah, I think I was
Maybe
in college
90?
when Chucky
Maybe
came out.
90,
Yeah.
actually.
I think Chucky was a 90s kid.
Yeah. In the basement of the antique shop where the Garbage Pail Kids hide out, there's a large painting by the stairs. In the painting is the design supervisor, John Carl Buechler, and to his right is a ghoulie, which Buechler designed in 1984.
Buechler.
Shooting began in April of 1987 and was completed by June, with a quick turnaround time credited to the film's use of the Ediflex electronic editing system, which had been more commonly utilized for television shows and allowed the production to operate with a smaller crew and almost no film lab services.
Well, that's what you get by hiring a TV director. You know?
Halfway through production, the film was actually shut down due to it being a non-union production.
Surprise, effing surprise.
I'm guessing they paid a bunch of penalties and then started production again.
Sure.
Or they just kept going. Who knows?
Probably.
The movie was filmed in a Van Nuys warehouse during the hot summer months, requiring air-conditioned facilities for the production office, costume and dressing rooms located in the front of the warehouse, with the stage area located behind.
We should go find it.
I'm sure we probably could.
Yeah, take some selfies.
Probably been turned down. Jesus, it's probably been torn down.
Torn down or turned down. You never know.
The exterior backside / rear of the warehouse building was adapted with a street shop facade tied with the interior shop.
See, I thought that was on a studio lot.
It was in a warehouse. They just made it. Yeah.
It looked awful.
It looked awful. It did. The shop interior and basement sets were permanent, while the motorcycle gang's bar and fashion show were swing sets, clearing space for the other film sets constructed for the film.
One thing that they did do that was really funny was like the stickers and the posters and stuff in the background, or the names of stuff.
Yeah.
That was just like spot on.
Right.
You know, like what was
non-union sweatshop?
Yes, non-union sweatshop, which is funny since it was a non-union sweatshop, the movie.
It literally was. Other locations were within a 10-mile radius of the home base warehouse stage. The Garbage Pail Kid facial puppet heads required more detail work for facial animation prior to filming. The effects team did not complete the heads on time.
So obvious.
But Rod Amato just made the film anyway, expecting the puppet head effects to be improved during filming, but surprised they were not.
Who cares? Who gives a crap? I don't care about my audience. It's just a paycheck.
We gotta stay on schedule. Let's go.
Hey.
Yeah, it was actually hard to breathe through the animatronic heads, so they would shoot for 5 to 7 minutes before having to stop and make sure the little people playing the Garbage Pail Kids didn't suffocate to death.
Uh-oh. I think we lost a Garbage Pail Kid.
Oh, alligator fell down again.
Allie's down. Oh, he's not breathing. Do we get another little person in here?
No, we're literally using all of them.
Get your kids.
Upon release, the movie was universally reviled, currently holding a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 1 out of 100 on Metacritic based off 7 reviews, a distinction that is only held by 9 other movies on the site.
You got to find out what those 9 movies are.
We will talk about those during the Stepdad show because I am very curious. I'm also curious to see who else holds a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes because I think it's only like 8 movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, look, I wouldn't give it 0. I don't think it deserves a 0.
A 1. 1 out of 100 is perfect score for this movie.
I would give it a 10 out of 100. Maybe even a 15. Because there are some...
I did technically laugh out loud 3 times.
You
so maybe
did.
I'll give it 3 out of 100.
There you go. And Anthony Newley was really good.
The really sad thing is I don't remember why I laughed out loud during those 3 times.
I don't know, you were drunk.
I wish. It was nominated at the 1987 Stinkers Bad Movie Awards, but lost to Spaceballs, of all movies.
Weird how the Stinkers Bad Movie Awards hasn't lasted over the years with such an awesome title.
Yeah. And the fact that I think Spaceballs was the worst movie that year just blows my mind.
Well, I don't know if you remember, but when Spaceballs came out, it was not very well received.
Oh, do you mean that all of the nerds have toxic fandom, even way back in the 80s?
Listen to our Spaceballs show.
It was also nominated for 3 Golden Raspberry Awards for Worst New Star for the Garbage Pail Kids themselves, but lost to David Mendenhall for his portrayal of Hawk in Over the Top.
The kid?
No, the Garbage Pail Kids themselves.
No, but the Hawk was Hawk the kid?
David Mendenhall's Michael Hawk. It was the kid.
That is so mean, man. That is so...
literally gave it to the kid.
F you, mother effers.
Yeah.
There...
I did not realize that. I just thought it was one of the guys he wrestled.
It was so crazy back then, man. You could be mean to anybody, and nobody gave a crap
That
as long
is
as...
awful.
That is so mean.
And on top of the fact that they gave it to him over a bunch of like fictional characters.
Look, I've seen Over the Top. Horrible effing movie. But that kid was better than the Garbage Pail Kids.
He was.
At least he could close his effing mouth.
He didn't pee himself every time he was on screen.
He peed himself a couple times, but not every 5 seconds. There's a lot of snot coming out of his nose,
You only
but
had
still.
one scene where he had his wiener out peeing on the floor.
Yeah, but you didn't see it.
He was also nominated for Worst Original Song for You Can Be a Garbage Pail Kid that played over the credits.
Oh, my God.
But lost to I Want Your Sex from Beverly Hills Cop 2 by George Michael.
Odd.
Which also became a pretty big hit.
Yes.
It was controversial, but it became a big hit.
It was we were such prudes back then, man.
It was just dumb. I don't know. It also got nominated for Worst Visual Effects, but lost to Jaws: The Revenge.
Well, no shame there.
I'm sorry. I don't remember Jaws: The Revenge, but there's no way that the special effects were worse.
Yes, they were. As somebody who used to watch all the Jaws movies on July 4th as a tradition, I saw Jaws: The Revenge in the theater, and
Yeah.
I've seen it enough times. It is
Bad.
the worst. Look, we got to do like crappy threequels, and we'll throw that in there. But yeah, no, man, you will see that movie, and you will be astounded at how bad the effects are. And a lot of it has to do with it being 3D.
Right.
Because it's like you can't move a lot when you're coming out of the...
So the movie would make $1.6 million against a $1 million budget, so somebody went and saw it.
Wasn't me.
It was actually planned. There was a plan to have a sequel. They had already planned on it while they were shooting it.
Nice.
And because the movie did so terribly, they canceled the planned sequel.
I wonder if it even killed the Garbage Pail Kids cards. I mean, how bad it was.
Probably.
It was so weird. Look, the movie is so cheap. This is how effed up this movie is. This kids movie. When they go to the prison for ugly people.
The state prison for... Is it prison? Yeah.
Something for ugly people.
State prison for ugly people?
And we get in there. And part of the plot was they needed to break into the ugly people prison to rescue the other Garbage Pail Kids that disappeared.
Yeah, because apparently more of them came down.
Yes.
Now, we didn't know this until they randomly were like, we need to find our friends.
Yes. When they ran out of plot, we're like, let's jam
Because
something else in
they
there.
certainly weren't going to make more animatronic heads to show all the others, or figure out a way to imply that there were more.
Oh, no. And here's what happens. So they go and they have this whole thing in this ridiculous-looking prison with the weirdest-looking old dude I've ever seen in my life, man. That guy is frightening, the guard.
Yeah.
And so, like, too skinny. It's Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
Too fat. It's Santa Claus. Too weird. It's a Weird Al Yankovic lookalike.
It wasn't just people like looking like Abraham Lincoln and Santa Claus, because there is a line where he says, "Here, Santa Claus, open up the other gates."
Ho ho ho! Thank you. And then the other Cabbage Patch Kids, the other Garbage Pail Kids aren't there, and then the throwaway line from Newley is, "Oh, well, they got smashed in the garbage truck, so they're dead. But at least we saved you."
Yeah, it was like, oh, okay, great, let's go celebrate.
They're smashing ugly people in a garbage truck. It's just like, what the F, man? What is this?
We can do anything if we work together.
Except make a decent movie. Oh, my God.
So in 2012, it was reported that Michael Eisner's The Torrente Company had plans to finance and produce the development of a feature film based on Garbage Pail Kids, as Eisner had recently purchased the Topps Trading Card Company in 2007.
Idiot.
They tapped director Pez, I remember Pez, and writer Michael Vukadinovic for a CGI reboot, but the project was subsequently abandoned following negative public feedback and never materialized.
Yeah, nobody wants that. Who's Piss?
I don't remember what else he directed, but he had like a brief, relatively big career.
Right. Like McV.
You mean McG?
Or McG. See, that's how much.
Who's still making movies.
Is he?
He's making movies that go to Netflix.
He did TV for a while, too, I think, McG.
He actually, technically, I think he was, the best thing he did was that Sarah Connor Chronicles. I think
Yes.
he directed the first episode.
Yes. Leo Gordon is the guy I'm talking about, the guard number 1.
Yeah, I didn't include him. He's an old Western actor.
Yeah, like he was in a ton of stuff.
It just was ironic that he was like,
Ugly?
Yeah, well, they were like, here's
Horribly
the
ugly?
too old guy. And I was like, you're both too old. What are you talking about?
You guys are like way older than him, and you're way uglier than the ugly guy, and you're way weirder than the weird guy.
Do you remember the animated short Fresh Guacamole that was it was nominated for Academy Award for Best, where it was like it looked like Lego pieces moving around that made guacamole.
Right,
That was
right.
Pez. He was essentially a stop motion animator.
Oh, okay. Leo Gordon
Yeah.
was in 10 Speed and Brown Shoe.
Oh, really?
And the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles and Maverick with
Yeah,
the TV show.
He didn't actually ever. I don't think he ever actually did any. Anyway, he was supposed to. He did a bunch of short films. Pez was is a stop motion animator.
Okay.
So I mean, but they were going to do CGI. So I don't know. I don't think he's ever actually made a feature film. So
Well, look, he should be down on his knees thanking that his first feature film wasn't the Garbage Pail Kids reboot.
well, it's just amazing that literally they announced it, and then the audience was like, "No, you're not doing this.
Never!
We don't need this." I mean, the other biggest, most glaring problem with this movie is that the plot makes no sense.
None.
There is technically not a plot.
No.
You made the most poignant comment when we were making the movie. It was like, actually, all the stuff without the Garbage Pail Kids is not bad.
It's true. Well, look, even though, let's push the precarious bathing aside.
Yeah.
The relationship between Newley and Astin is nice. I mean, but it's like how?
Well, and the whole idea of
Where's his parents, by the way?
The whole idea of the learning, because at the end, she's like, after being a complete dick to him and stealing all his stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, well, can't we just be friends? And he's like, no, I don't find you to be pretty anymore. And it's like, okay, I get it. Like, you're trying to say,
Devastated her.
beauty's on the inside, not just the outside. But they just did not drive that home well at all.
No, he's just basically like, you're ugly.
Yeah. And then walks away. It was like,
She's like, her dead-eyed face is just kind of like,
well, it's like, what is she going to do now? She didn't learn anything from it.
She ends up killing herself. There's in the novelization, of the Garbage Pail Kids, you find out that she gets so distraught with being called ugly. That
They released a card actually called Tangerine Dream, and it's just her hanging herself.
yes. And strangely enough, Tangerine Dream does the soundtrack. My God, this movie.
It's so weird. It's not a surprise, not available on any streaming services anywhere.
We had to dig for this one.
There is, I think Vinegar Syndrome actually released a 4K version of it.
Yeah.
So it is available, but it's expensive. If you really, really want to watch this movie, which this is the first time I think I'm ever going to say this, don't. Maybe second time. But don't. But there is, if you go to the Internet Archive, there is a VHS copy that's available, a digital copy that was based off of VHS. It looks like garbage. But you can watch it if you really want to.
Look, I'm not going to say don't watch it because it is oddly fascinating, but be prepared to have an odd post-watch skeeviness. Like, I felt like I needed a shower, and this was delayed.
Same.
Because I remember, the movie's over, and we're like, it was that bad. It wasn't that bad. And then a couple hours later, it just seeped into my brain, and I was like, oh my God, I need a hug.
Having had to work that evening, I was like, I'm going to wait to shower until I have to leave. And literally, worst decision I ever made, because the whole afternoon, I was just like, why do I feel so weird?
Same.
It's like I feel gross and dirty.
Same, because I had to work that night too, and it was like I did the same thing, and I was just like,
unsettling.
Felt awful.
All right, well, that's all I got. Let's stop this nonsense. We'll be back next week with hopefully, fingers crossed, a somewhat better movie.
Oh God, no.
Mac and Me. The funny thing is that so I'm convinced that in every bad movie there is a bad guy, like a guy that makes the movie worse.
Okay.
And I watched an interview with the director of Mac and Me, and he seemed like a really nice guy.
Cool.
And he seemed like he was actually trying.
Sure.
Like wanted the movie to be successful.
Yeah.
In this movie, the director just did not care, and it's what made the movie bad.
In this movie.
In Garbage Pail Kids
Oh,
movie.
yeah. Just paycheck.
In Mac and Me, it'll be the producer.
Oh, really?
100%. So tune in next week.
Tune in.
Our next episode for hearing about the producer who did the worst thing possible, which is to start the movie based off of a promotional venture.
Yeah, it was a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Feature. It was just a giant commercial.
Yeah. So anyway, tune in for that. It'll be fascinating. I'm very excited to see Mac and Me. It's been I know I've seen it. It's been a long time.
You guys don't understand what we're doing for you this month. You don't understand the torture and the pain we're going to have to go through. This is just the beginning, and I don't know if we're going to make it.
Yeah. Well, I got to go because I got Anthony Newley give me a bath. So
nice. Hey, come here. You're not young enough for me to bathe you.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
I'm Chris Greg, and Chicks is Chicks. Welcome to the Gen X Files. I'm Jim.
I'm Adam.
And today's show is all about
the Garbage Pail Kids Movie.
F*** me. I told you.
It's the full title. I know.
Garbage
Pail Kids Movie.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. I know. I had to every time I wrote it in there. I had to keep reminding myself. Oh, there's a movie at the end.
The Garbage Pail
Kids Movie.
Not the movie. Okay, the Garbage Pail Kids Movie.
Correct.
Okay. He and Sean Astin have that big drag-out fight.
Mackenzie Astin.
God damn it.
The movie was filmed at a Van Nuys warehouse off north of... Sorry. The film was filmed at a Van Nuys warehouse off of north of... God, that doesn't make any sense.
It's a weird
Jesus
sentence.
Christ. The movie was filmed in a Van Nuys warehouse north of Sepulveda Boulevard. The movie was filmed in a Van Nuys warehouse during the hot summer months, requiring air-conditioned facilities.
Oh my God!
I've lost my mind.
The movie was filmed at a Van Nuys warehouse.
Oh my God, a Van Nuys. Okay.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. Battlestar Galactica, already in progress.